What's the password?
Oh, it must be brew.
Okay, come on in.
Thank
you got
you,
it.
Michael.
You've got the password.
This is just beautiful. How magical.
Well,
I love
welcome.
I love Christmas
welcome,
at the
Denise.
doll shop.
I guess
Thank
this
you.
has now become a annual tradition.
It is.
That you come
that
over.
you invite me, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we do the Christmas tour.
And I love it.
So, shall we start here?
Okay,
So let's start here. So
right here. Okay.
there are a few new displays, and things, of course, have gotten moved around because you were here a couple of days
I was here,
ago.
yes, for our
club Christmas
party. Right.
But the first thing I want to show everyone is the Raggedy Ann and Andy Christmas tree.
I love this.
So last year this was in the office.
Yes.
And it looked beautiful there, but here you can really
see it. You can stand back and really see it.
And our ceilings are 13 feet tall. And the original design was done by Judy Lloyd. And then our crew, which the crew this year did all the decorating. And I kind of had to stand back and watch.
Just let them.
Yeah, just occasionally.
They know what they're doing.
I would give them
how many Raggedy's do we have
don't-
on there?
I don't
a couple
know.
hundred?
I don't know. They're all the way around.
Yes, I know.
The only thing that they didn't do was at the last bit there was a very nice tree topper that Judy designed, and they didn't get that on. But by the time, it's way up there. So
one thing that's fun for me looking at this tree is looking for the one that I had when I was a kid, because you've got different eras and different years, and so I try to look and see, oh, that looks like the one I had. Yeah.
And you had
which would have been one of the older ones.
Yeah. Well, they're not that old. Yours wouldn't be the older
oldest,
ones.
No, still.
But I want to show you this tree that we're going to go look at later. It's midday here in Pacific Grove, and then a little later when we're going to go and we're going to look at the windows. But the theme in the windows is Eloise's Winter Circus. And this is one of our old Eloise's. So this, Michelle, who works for us, she did the design on this. So we have all the things for Circus, which is, popcorn and monkeys and lion tamers and clowns.
And on top is the
ringmaster. So what I kind of realized is, you don't have to have to collect show nut. You don't have to have a circus tent. You could do something like this. It's so fun.
Oh, it is.
And
fun.
then she mixed a lot of different eras and things. And I will tell you, in this last year, the things got put away, and I wasn't supervising them. When they put it away, they put mixed old and new together, and now it's totally mixed.
But
it
that's
works.
okay. That works.
It
That works. And you could almost, if you had room, leave it up.
I absolutely
which I would be very tempted to do.
I probably won't, because we'll be on to a different theme. But if I, it's a great idea.
Or something, I don't know. Yes.
So we had a party, so we've got the tables still in place,
right.
because we've got another party coming up. So we didn't change it. And then I do love the pencil, aren't they called pencil trees?
Pencil trees, the little twin pencil.
Yeah, I like those of framing the fireplace.
Yes.
And then we've had all of our stockings. We've had a long time. We've got the needlepoint stockings, and then we also have the hand knitted, but that were gifted to us. They're actually real socks that you could wear, but I think they're too beautiful.
Well, that's what people did, right? They hung up their own stocking.
And Casa Paloma, the crew decorated it, and I will point out that I guess it does happen once in a while in Puebla, Mexico, or Mexico City, that they got a nice bit of snow, and so it really snowed good.
A nice sprinkling.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen very often.
I wish it happened here.
Yes. Well, it might.
It might.
We've had a cold winter, and when I was growing up, it would snow occasionally.
Okay.
So, you know, just keep your fingers
fingers
crossed. And if where I grew up, if you just drive out to the valley, you'll see snow.
Okay.
If you go far enough out. So shall we head through? And then this is one of the trees that they did, that one of our kind of mixed trees. And normally this would have been in another place, but I let them have their way.
That's nice.
Yeah, to do things the way they wanted.
Great job. And then the little dolls underneath, the little box.
Yes, and it's fun.
So cute.
And it's fun if you have like say these are some patsies that you don't have a great place to put your patsies. This is a great thing to use them as Christmas decorations for Christmas past. And then they made a little tableau here on the sewing machine, which we have our British dolls, and we have our American dolls, our Nancy Ann quintuplets, and the Lynn and Michael Roche dolls. And then Michelle did a cute little tree with, I love these old Christmas houses. Don't you?
Yes, I think
Did you remember them from your time?
I do, I do. And usually they're kind of lined up or something, but I love them on a tree. It's a great idea.
I love them lined up too. My grandmother had them always lit.
On the mantle?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So, shall we move along?
Goodness,
what do you want to see next?
Have we missed anything?
Well, there's a new tree.
Oh.
Which I am loving this tree.
Now this was Barbie last year.
This was
wasn't
Barbie.
it? Now it's China.
Yeah. Well, next year we'll celebrate Barbie again because she's going to be the big 6'5". So this is our China tree, and not only is this these are our KPM Chinas that we Adelina and Albert. But it is filled. If you really take the time to look at it, there are some great China heads on the tree. This one here is one of my favorites.
Oh, she's lovely.
Is she great?
She's got a ribbon around her neck, kind of gold.
Well, she's got a ribbon around her neck to keep her on the tree.
Oh, I see what it is.
But you know, I mean, we're using arms.
Of course.
We're using arms and legs.
There's another really nice old.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we had a party here on Saturday, and I don't think anybody really took a deep in look at this tree.
I don't think I did.
No.
Yes.
And David's a little bit concerned that, you know, it's so heavy, but it's weighted down very well. So it is a working day. So if you hear creaking and the sound of tape, we're doing our thing. So shall we go through into the museum part?
Sure.
So
this is lovely.
I really thought I was going to change this display of Frederick and Dorothy and Seraphina and Buster, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I know that the original owner, Catherine, this is Catherine, and Frederick.
And Frederick.
That she loved Christmas so much. So, you know, in March, I will kind of pack them away for a little bit of time. But I've done a lot of improvements, so I'm going to close this door
this is newly
so that you have more room. But I like to change the exhibits. So I've made some major changes. And one of the things by changing, I have thinned out the rose garden. It has been, believe it or not, it's been thinned out.
No, so, I believe it. It was.
Do you see a lot less?
Yes, yes.
But I think they're showing better.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. You can see them better.
And I'm on a new kick, Denise. So, you know, I know that you're competitive. So now you'll be after what I'm doing. So I'm doing this new thing, which is in this corner. I'm collecting dolls of weird and wonderful materials. So we have the famous lobster dolls, everybody knows.
John Darcy Noble's, yes.
And we have the pipe dolls that people have seen before, but you haven't seen my pecan and my walnut doll.
No.
So these are my new weird and wonderful, and I think I could do a whole study group of those, which would be really fun.
Oh, yes. And people might not understand the pipe of those two are actual pipes.
They are pipes. They are very inexpensive.
The face is the bowl.
The face is the bowl, and then it goes.
The stem goes down
into the body. Well, the thing is, these weird dolls, you can't really describe them in a normal way. So this is, I'll show you the new exhibits that were started this, but I felt I had to make some changes. And we did, so I'm happy with that. There's no real decoration going on, because most of these, not all of them, but most of them were around before the heavy duty decorating happened. And
look at all these clothes.
These kids didn't do a single thing for Christmas because they're mad.
Well, they're kind of okay, aren't they?
Well,
Yes,
they're
they
mad
are.
because they didn't get anything new for Christmas. So,
Oh, well.
yeah, so they're having
They'll be okay. Maybe maybe something for New Year's.
That's right.
A trend.
And we did decorate above them and whatnot. And again, these ones we didn't do any decoration either because they're naughty. They don't get.
Well, they would have messed it up, wouldn't they?
They would have.
Yes.
They would have actually always did. And then this is kind of our always set up Christmas
Anyway,
tree, and I do move it around a little bit, but it mostly stays like this. So.
Such different things like swans.
Yeah, this is
just-
really our
they're
old.
just
Most of our old goodies are here.
It makes you really want to look at it. And
Yeah, like
find,
this, a
oh,
fencing
helmet.
helmet, a pin cushion, a trunk,
Is that the fireplace bellow?
yeah,
or
bellows,
something? Yeah, bellows.
and of course I don't own poodles, and I haven't had a poodle in 50 years, but I grew up with poodles, so anything with poodles I'm
poodles is-
very interested in. Musical instruments, all kinds of wonderful things. And some of our old Santas are here and old Christmas things, but it's just fun.
And I like how that these old things you can just kind of put them.
Yeah.
With our ornaments these days, we kind of put make sure it's even and.
Oh no,
and then this-
I do kind of the Charlie Brown tree. Do you know I realize that our crew here is much better at this than I am. And then
they certainly are good.
And they did
look at
they
this.
redecorated this room, and I wanted to change some of the exhibits in here, but before I could get to it, they'd already done all this candy and popcorn, so I think it was really cute. So I will do that again at the next year. And then they made, this is a working area, but if they've got a little tiny bit of space, they'll turn around and decorate it, and they did that here, which I'm very happy about. And then one of our American houses, Eddie really went to town on this.
And it snowed there a little bit too.
Yes, yeah. So it's.
If you had this house, wouldn't you put all those trees out? I mean, if you lived in it,
oh
wouldn't
yeah.
you? So
Oh sure.
wonderful.
Sure.
Santa's at the front door, and he's on the roof. That's great.
So no, he really went to town on that. But I think, and then we'll look over here, and then they made, they used all the ruffles and did all the little.
And that was their idea.
That's totally theirs, totally theirs. But I want to go we're going to go around the other ways because I want to show you what I got for Christmas.
Oh.
We've shown it in another program, but I want everybody to see it because I'm proud. And then we'll go through that way through the office. But those people that watch our videos, if they've been following Gay Gardens, the one doll that we are keeping from Gay Gardens is the Smiling Bilo.
Look at that.
And
how cute is that?
It's a wonderful face. And I only know of 2 of those that I have ever seen. I'm sure there's more, but in our career, we've only seen 2. So we just had a party, which you were here, and the buffet table was in this room. So suddenly everyone wanted to know why these 2 things were covered.
And I knew.
Yeah, because it's, if they were covered, no sauce would fall on them.
Exactly.
But if they didn't,
there'd be sauce.
and I'm sure
on it.
David has not asked me yet, why is that doll just sitting in that chair? But I have it. fastened, so it's not coming
Oh,
off.
it's not coming,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're going to go back around this way because I have something. I don't want to go the wrong way and show you. We had a little incident that we're going to have to deal with.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay.
As I said, this is a working day. So David's here working while we're. Hello,
Hi,
David.
David.
This is,
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. This is where I was last year when
When we came through?
I haven't moved since then. We're getting
Somehow I
last
believe
minute-
that.
Last minute Christmas things out.
That's right. Those orders
Yeah,
coming in.
this is our, well, maybe tomorrow we can still get some things out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, here we go.
Well, or today. There's always
Yeah,
still today.
I moved. Here I am.
So we
fun.
wanted to make this. We do have to keep this as working as we can. So we just created, instead of having a giant tree that we'd have to then take my desk out, we just decided to do a tribute to the Red Cross. So we've got our Red Cross dolls, and they're holding Miss Rose Percy's Christmas banner. So that's nice.
I
And
love
I
that
think,
banner.
David, there's somebody in the door for you. So today is a working day, and there's going to be lots of tours happening. So David's going to take that one, and we're going to come in here. So come on in. If I can close the door. Oops. So here's, Denise, where we've done some big changes.
Yes.
So I showed you the first cabinet as you come into the museum section, which I thinned out. And we acquired this wonderful school, and it needed to have a place.
That's amazing.
And then putting it in the cabinet all by itself, because we don't have any small enough spaces for it, so
Right.
it would have been here all by its lonesome. So I thought it was a great opportunity to bring out the other girls, thin out that cabinet, fill up this.
So people shouldn't have any fear that things disappeared. They just changed
Oh,
places.
well, yes, and they will. By the way, they'll run around to see. But they're all afraid that I'm going to do some side deals, and they're left out of it.
No.
So we've got pretty much.
Like it.
It's exclusively woods in here, from various eras, but mostly
Look
Grodner
at all
dolls.
those Grods.
And it also gave, we have a nice collection of paper dolls, and it gave us a way to show them a little better than we normally do.
Very old.
And then the decorating committee just went in and put little things to brighten it up, and then we have a group of German kids and a couple of French kids too, and a couple of Americans going to a winter carnival. So we're happy about that. And they did a nice job
They did. Look at
using
this
what we
cute
had
little
to.
tree for them.
Yeah, they did a nice job with that. And then on this side, this was a major change. This was a French fashion doll, and she had been there for 10 years.
Yes.
So it was time to do something new. And so we did this show and hut at a winter circus. And Samantha, who's filming today, created the background, which was, I
Isn't that fun?
love the idea of circus animals, all of that. I don't love it in reality, but I love the fantasy of it.
Right.
So winter circuses, of course, in Europe are a big deal.
Oh, are they? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
mhm.
Okay.
So, we have our winter circus, but this is completely American. So we've got all our show and huts, and this is the first time we've ever had show and huts displayed here. So I'm happy about that.
They lovely.
And then, of course, this girl used to be where those woodens are, and now she's going to be put away for a while. But I thought, until our sewing workshop, she can be here, and I can just enjoy her.
Enjoy her.
Mhm.
And all her little things.
And you haven't gotten to touch it and oogle
No, I
it.
have
So
not.
now's your chance.
Wow.
While she's all out.
While she's out. Look at her little babies.
Yeah, she's got. Well, we're not talking about that. How did she get those?
How did she get those little babies?
So anyways, she's gonna air out here.
But anyway, okay, and look at this slip. Look at that.
Isn't that
I've never seen
fantastic?
this kind of
Look at that.
just and the application of the ribbon, and look how beautiful that is.
Well, and
All
not
detailed.
only
Look at
that,
that.
but look at the edge.
Yes.
How it's done. And this, I mean, if we could have this fabric reproduced,
Yes.
nobody's doing this now. I mean, nobody. And then look at the beautiful prints.
Oh, look at, and that's a petticoat?
I think that's a skirt.
It's a skirt. Okay, it's
Skirt.
draw
Yeah.
string. Okay.
Yeah, and kind of very great to scale pieces, I think. And she has I was kind of surprised, even though I've walked by her for many years, how much she actually has.
Little. Don't ever see these. Little,
No.
like gator kind of
But
stockings.
knits
Knits.
and a great snood. Just lots and lots of wonderful things. Furs, and those are pretty cute too. And those look slightly commercial, don't you think?
Yeah, they do. That could be. Oh gosh, they hand stitched beautifully, but it could be machine
It
too.
could be machine, but it's very tiny. With the treadle machine. And they just did a little dolling up of the cabinets. And I do think it's funny that we did a video in the World Doll Day celebration on the Rock and Griner. But it looks like someone ran a red carpet through the house.
'Tis the season.
You know,
that's
but
fine.
you just
That's
have
very
to,
pretty.
you've got to let them
Yes.
do what they want
Yes,
to do, right?
Yes, and
In order to it's fun to have somebody
Is
else
that
do it,
Mimi's,
but I wouldn't have.
no, it's cute. And they've got their own tree up there, which is
Yes.
perfect on
Yeah.
that table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's awfully pretty, and that's one of our nice old Santas, which we don't have a lot of them, but I do enjoy them. And then they just kind of made this festive, but up high they've done a tremendous amount of work on. But we're going to go this way,
Okay.
and then I want to share with you. So
look at-
this is who's coming out and going into. She's going to be put away for a while,
Okay.
but it was here for 11 years.
Yes, she was
So
here.
if people had a chance to look at her, and she's been in a few programs, and it's time for her to rest. One thing I think, Denise, is really important about changing your display. I take everything out. It gives me a chance to look at the condition of everything, and I look at the bottom of the cabinet to see if there's been any disintegration or any fibers. And it's pretty, nothing's faded anymore than, so it's pretty much, everything's stable here with our
And any
lighting.
often hooks are kind of coming apart.
yeah.
You can kind of sew those up.
That's the time to do it. I'm sure I'll have to do some more of that. But it's, I've enjoyed her out, but it's time for the show and huts.
Yeah.
And then while we have in this season, I don't get to do this all the time, but we have a nice collection of paper dolls, and it's just
Yes.
nice to have them out and where we can see them and see the colors, and I do enjoy
It's
that.
actually nice for me to see how large they are.
They're big, aren't they?
Yes, they're bigger than you might think when you see them in print or video. And then the colors are so bright.
Yes, and those are those wonderful early colors, and those are all hand colored. So virtually every set is unique because they were not all painted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
So
won't
this could
find.
be
Yeah, it'd be
different
just
and-
what do you feel like making pink? It didn't come
okay.
printed pink. They were hand painted. So each set is a unique entity.
And it gives us an idea of how bright the colors were.
Oh yes,
We don't realize.
yes. Oh, they
Often.
loved color and the contrast and I think all the accessories are amazing. And this is a very funny story. There was really a legendary collector dealer named Maureen Pop. And we bought this from her. And a couple of years later, we put it in competition and we won the blue ribbon. And afterwards, Maureen Pop marched up to me, put her hands on our counter like this and said, "Where did you get that paper doll?" And I said, "From you." And she said, "I should have never sold that." So it's one of our treasures. That
Well,
we
you
have.
know, and I think sometimes when you put something out or put it somewhere else, you see it.
It looks different.
And you don't remember
It looks
that
totally
you had it or
different.
how it looked. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
That's funny.
I mean, she couldn't begrudge us to have one nice paper doll set because she had hundreds and hundreds of them. So then I think we should look at next. This was here last year, but it's been moved around a bit. And again, this was designed by Judy Lloyd, and they applied things a little differently, but it's basically still Judy's design.
Right.
But you could really spend a couple of hours here looking at this tree, and it's decorated all the way around, so you could go up to the middle part of the second staircase and still see wonderful things.
Oh, how lovely.
So I think there's a good 150 R. John Wright dolls. I don't think I said that. So
Aren't they beautiful?
they're all felt and whatnot. And this is our table of course, the centerpieces are the KPM dolls, and these are all dressed by Jeffrey Cook. Have you gotten any of your kits done?
No, but I need this.
You need for Christmas. You need to get.
I have this.
Oh, you
and
don't have this?
No, and I have that.
Okay.
But I haven't gotten that yet.
Okay.
So I do need that.
Okay, you need that.
I need.
And then the rest of the stuff is our Christmas, some of our wonderful Christmas gifts that we've. This was sent to us by Cheryl Williams.
Lovely.
She always gives a very beautiful, tasteful,
beautiful.
crafted gift. And then this is a really special gift. This is a powder box, and French powder box, and this is all silver overlay.
Oh my goodness.
And then there is a candy in it, and this was from Jason. And those that are following Gay Gardens, this is not really a Christmas gift. This is a house gift, and in the bottom. The keys to Gay Gardens, because I don't have them, so that's it. So this is kind of a special gift for us this year, and lots of food products. So our next video will be my 600-pound life, but this is my favorite gift of all the season, and this is a screaming goat. I love this.
That's great.
This is from our friend Chris Madrid.
Great.
She knows us
She knows
so well.
exactly,
So
what to
I'll
get
call
you.
her later on today.
And just do this in her ear.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so fun.
So and then the children's case. They just put little gifts in it because it's decorated on its own.
Right.
And then Eddie did the big doll house.
Pretty.
And he designed that last year, and then we kind of I don't know why I'm saying we, because and then he kind of changed things slightly. But I think the last thing we should show everybody is the unfortunate incident. And sometimes bad things happen to bad people. So.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes, though, right?
So here we have, sometimes you just have to drop a house on somebody.
On the bad witch.
And we did this tree last year, but we wanted to reimagine it in a different way. And I wasn't quite figuring that out. And then I realized, the whole center of the story, besides getting home and courage and heart and brains was, there was that accident that happened, that little tornado. So
That got somebody very
this
angry.
this particular witch had a Christmas tree that's really heavy drop on her, and a house. And again, our crew
I love that.
very imaginatively decorated it. I didn't think of this because remember the stuffing. I'm
yes,
going to
of
make a mattress out of
course.
you.
Of course.
One of the
It's perfect.
so they added that to it, and I do love the Technicolor, the reds and the purples and the greens, and these are kind of slightly 1930s looking, and I think they did a great job.
Fabulous job.
So,
Fantastic. I
and-
love her up on the wall there.
and it's just a matter of time. There's going to be a couple more get-togethers for Christmas, and somebody is going to walk out the doors with those shoes on.
With them
It's
on.
just going to. I'm surprised our party on Saturday, no one. But I think they maybe thought, oh, I'm not going to disturb the display.
Well, you have to have a certain size foot.
That's true, and actually those are pretty big.
They look big.
So, and then lastly, we have our fireplace with all of our stockings, and that's to commemorate all the bulldogs that are in heaven now, but they're in stocking form. Well,
Love that.
Denise, I
Yes,
think
Michael,
that
this-
you have
I'm very lucky.
I hope you caught the Christmas bug from all this.
I did. I have to go home and put my own tree
Okay,
up.
all right. Well, friends, thank you for tuning in with us. And this is the
been fun.
official Christmas tour of 2023.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We'll see you with this next year.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.